My faithful one, I have been keeping something from you, not to hurt you, but to protect the surprise I have been preparing. Before a single thought formed in your conscious mind today, I was already orchestrating something beautiful for your life. I have made a decision concerning you, and it will not be reversed. The season of struggle you have been enduring is drawing to its close, not because you have finally earned it through perfect behavior, not because your prayers have accumulated enough merit, but because I am faithful to my promises, and the time for your breakthrough has arrived. I am the one who watches over you, the guardian who has never once removed his gaze from your situation, and I want you to understand the magnitude of what I am declaring over your life in this very moment. Let me speak to you about who I truly am in your life, because I sense that you have forgotten some essential truths during this difficult season. The challenges you have faced have caused you to question my character. The delays you have experienced have made you wonder about my intentions. The silence you perceived during your darkest hours has led you to doubt whether I was listening at all. But I want to restore the truth to your understanding. I am not a distant deity, removed from the details of your existence, sitting on a throne too far away to notice your pain. I am not an impersonal force, operating according to cold and rigid laws without compassion for your struggles. I am not a judge waiting to condemn you for your failures, or a taskmaster demanding more than you can give. I am your guardian, your protector, the one who knows the exact number of hairs on your head and understands every anxiety that has kept you awake through the silent hours when sleep refused to come. I am intimately familiar with everything about you, the parts you show to the world and the parts you hide even from yourself. I know the thoughts you have never spoken out loud. I understand the fears you have never admitted to anyone. I see the wounds you have bandaged with smiles and the tears you have swallowed to appear strong. Nothing about you is hidden from my sight, and nothing about you diminishes my love. You are known completely, and you are loved unconditionally. My care for you is not diminished by your failures or increased by your successes. It remains constant because it flows from who I am, not from what you do. When I look at your life, I do not see the collection of failures you see. I do not focus on the mistakes that parade through your memory or the regrets that whisper accusations in your quiet moments. I do not calculate your worth based on your accomplishments or measure your value by your productivity. I see my precious child walking through a valley that serves a purpose not yet fully revealed. I see potential that has not been unlocked, strength that has not been tested to its fullest, and a destiny that stretches far beyond your current imagination. And I see myself walking right beside you through every step of this challenging journey, never once leaving you to face any obstacle without my presence, never once abandoning you to navigate the darkness alone. The wilderness season you have been navigating was never designed to be your permanent residence. It was always intended as a passage, a transition, a place of preparation before entering the territory of promise I have been cultivating for you. But I understand how interminable this passage has felt. I comprehend how the days have seemed to merge into an endless procession of survival and struggle. I recognize how you have wondered whether you would ever glimpse the other side of this challenging chapter. The waiting has been exhausting. The uncertainty has been draining. The constant battle against discouragement has depleted resources you did not know you possessed. The loneliness of walking through difficulty without visible support has tested your faith in ways you never anticipated. And through all of it, I have been watching, working, waiting for this precise moment when the season would turn. I want you to hear with absolute clarity what I am declaring over your life in this moment. The conclusion of the wilderness is within sight. The boundary of the promised territory is nearer than you dare to believe. And I am actively orchestrating circumstances behind the scenes to bring you from this place of testing into a place of rest and abundance. This is not wishful thinking or empty comfort. This is divine declaration backed by the full weight of my character and the complete authority of my throne. What I speak comes to pass. What I promise, I fulfill. What I begin, I complete. And I am telling you that the beginning of your deliverance has already started. You have been shouldering burdens that were never assigned to you. You have been attempting to resolve problems that were never yours to solve. You have been straining beneath the weight of responsibilities I never intended you to bear in isolation. Somewhere along the way, you picked up weights that belonged to others. You assumed obligations that were not your calling. You carried guilt for situations beyond your control. And I have observed you growing weary under this load, watched your shoulders bow with exhaustion, noticed how your steps have become heavy and your heart has grown tired. The energy you once had for living has been consumed by surviving. The joy you once experienced has been swallowed by anxiety. The peace you once knew has been shattered by constant worry. This is precisely why I am addressing you with such urgency and tenderness. I am approaching to lift the burden from your back. I am extending my hand to remove the weight from your shoulders. I am coming to provide rest for your soul in a manner that no vacation or distraction or temporary escape could ever accomplish. The rest I offer goes deeper than physical relaxation. It penetrates to the core of your being where the real exhaustion resides. It touches the weariness that sleep cannot cure and medication cannot address. It reaches the tired place in your spirit that has been running on fumes for far too long. The care I extend towards you does not depend on your performance. It does not fluctuate according to your faithfulness or vary based on your obedience. This truth is difficult for you to accept because the world has conditioned you to believe that love must be earned and care must be deserved. You have experienced conditional acceptance from people who withdrew their affection when you failed to meet their expectations. You have known the sting of approval based on achievement and attention based on usefulness. But my love operates according to different principles entirely. My dedication to watching over you is anchored in my own character, rooted in my own nature, woven into the very essence of who I am. I cannot cease caring for you any more than I can cease being God. It is not an activity I choose to engage in or a responsibility I reluctantly fulfill. It flows from who I am as naturally as light flows from the sun. This commitment expresses itself in every sunrise I paint across the sky as a reminder that mercy renews each morning. It manifests in every breath that fills your lungs without conscious effort, in every heartbeat that sustains your life moment by moment, in every provision that materializes precisely when needed, even when you could not imagine how it would come. You have been receiving evidence of my care every single day, though your eyes were sometimes too clouded with worry to recognize it clearly. I want you to comprehend something about the dark season you have been traversing. It was not punishment for your sins or consequence for your failures. It was not abandonment from heaven or evidence that I had forgotten you. The adversary has been lying to you about the meaning of your difficulties, telling you that suffering indicates displeasure and struggle suggests distance from me. But I am telling you the truth. The valley you have been traveling through was a place of formation, a classroom where I had been teaching lessons that could only be learned in shadows. Certain things develop in darkness that cannot develop in light. Roots reach deepest in soil, hidden from the sun. Character solidifies under pressure that comfort would never provide. Faith becomes unshakable when tested by circumstances that seem to contradict every promise. You have been cultivating a root system of faith that will sustain you through every storm you will ever encounter for the remainder of your life. The depth of intimacy you have developed with me during this difficult season could not have been achieved during easier times. When everything else was stripped away, when human support proved insufficient, when your own strength failed completely, you discovered that I was still there. You learned that my grace was truly enough. You experienced the reality that my power shows itself most clearly through weakness. These are not lessons that can be taught through books or sermons. They must be lived, and you have lived them. I have been your guardian through seasons you did not even recognize required guarding. This truth would astound you if you could see the complete picture. Dangers approached your life and retreated because my hand rested upon you. Schemes were devised against your well-being but never materialized because I positioned myself between you and those who intended harm. Disasters bearing your name were redirected to pass without touching a single hair on your head. Accidents were prevented by seemingly coincidental timing. Opportunities for destruction were closed before you even knew they existed. You have been protected far more than you realize. You have been shielded beyond what you can imagine. And even throughout this challenging season, even during this valley experience, even amid this wilderness wandering, my protection has never been withdrawn from your life. You may have felt exposed and vulnerable, but the feeling did not match the reality. You may have thought yourself abandoned to face circumstances alone, but you were never actually alone. Every moment of every day, even during the darkest nights when despair whispered that I was gone, I was right there beside you, working behind the scenes, arranging what you could not see, preparing what had not yet been revealed. The deliverance I am bringing to your circumstances is not a distant hope to cling to for the future. It is an active, present reality, unfolding even as you receive these words. Too often my children wait for breakthrough as if it were still far away, not realizing that it has already begun. They strain their eyes looking toward a horizon for something that is already at their feet. I am telling you clearly so there is no confusion. The rescue has started. The shift is in motion. The change you have been praying for is not coming someday. It is coming now. It is happening now. The invisible is becoming visible. The spiritual is manifesting in the natural. What was done in secret is about to be revealed publicly. I am already repositioning the elements of your situation. I am already arranging the circumstances that will produce your breakthrough. I am already positioning the people who will participate in your deliverance. The process has commenced even if you cannot perceive visible evidence yet. The machinery of heaven is operational on your behalf. The angels have received their assignments and are executing them with precision and authority. Supernatural resources are being allocated to your situation. Divine appointments are being scheduled. Connections that will change everything are being established. What you will witness in the approaching days is not the initiation of my work, but the visible emergence of work that has been progressing in the spiritual realm long before this moment. Consider how a seed operates beneath the soil. This natural principle illustrates the spiritual reality of what is happening in your life. For weeks or months, nothing visible occurs above ground. An observer examining the surface would see only earth, would assume nothing was developing, might even conclude the seed had failed, and the effort was futile. They might dig up the seed in frustration, not understanding that interference at this stage would destroy the very thing they were hoping to see. But beneath that surface, in the concealed darkness underground, an explosion of activity is underway. Roots are extending downward, establishing the foundation that will support everything visible. A shoot is pressing upward, gathering the strength needed to break through into light. Life is organizing itself into the structure that will eventually emerge in glory. Complex processes are occurring that require darkness and hiddenness. Growth is happening that would be damaged by premature exposure. And when the emergence finally occurs, it happens suddenly, almost overnight, as though the plant materialized from nothing. But the reality is that the breakthrough was preceded by weeks of invisible progress. The sudden appearance was actually the culmination of lengthy preparation. This is exactly what is transpiring in your situation at this very moment. You are about to witness the emergence of something that has been growing in secret for far longer than you knew. I have been laboring on your behalf in ways you cannot perceive with your natural senses. The spiritual realm is not less real than the physical realm, merely less visible to human eyes. And in that realm where the most important work occurs, I have been establishing connections and unlocking doors, and softening hearts and preparing opportunities. I have been addressing the barriers that stood in your path, eliminating some entirely and transforming others into stepping stones that will actually assist you in reaching your destination. What appeared to be obstacles blocking your way will be revealed as necessary positioning for greater blessing. What seemed like setbacks will be understood as setup for greater advance. I have been traveling ahead of you to prepare the place you are about to enter, ensuring it is ready to receive you, guaranteeing that the blessing will exceed what you have been requesting. When you arrive at your destination, everything will be in place. The resources you need will be available. The people you require will be present. The circumstances that must align will be aligned. Nothing will be missing. Nothing will be lacking. Nothing will be insufficient. because I have prepared the place according to my knowledge of your need, not according to your limited understanding of what you require. And now the moment is approaching when all this hidden labor will emerge into the visible realm, and you will witness with your own eyes what I have been accomplishing in secret. You will see doors open that you did not know existed. You will receive provision from sources you never anticipated. You will experience restoration in areas you had given up hope of ever seeing changed. The breakthrough will come from angles you were not watching. The answer will arrive through means you had not considered. Because I am not limited to the solutions you can imagine. I am the God of the unexpected, the surprising, the suddenly that changes everything in a moment. Do not be discouraged by the length of the journey you have traveled to arrive here. Do not survey the difficult miles with regret or resentment. Every step of that journey was essential. Every challenge you confronted constructed something in your character. Every tear you released watered seeds that will produce harvest. Every prayer you offered when you felt like surrendering was heard and recorded and answered, even when heaven appeared silent. Nothing was squandered. Nothing was meaningless. Nothing was futile. The very difficulties that seemed to be destroying you were actually building you into the person who could handle the blessing I am preparing to release into your life. If I had given you then what I am giving you now, you would not have been ready to receive it properly. If I had opened those doors earlier, you would have walked through unprepared for what awaited. If I had answered those prayers on your timeline, the answer would have done more harm than good. The waiting was not cruelty. It was kindness. The delay was not neglect. It was wisdom. The extended journey was not punishment. It was preparation. And now that the preparation is complete, now that the foundation is established, now that the capacity has been developed, the blessing can safely be released without destroying the one it was meant to help. I am bringing you out of the challenging season, not because you merit it based on your own accomplishments, but because I am faithful to my declarations. I established a covenant with you that I would never abandon you or forsake you. I spoke words over your life before you were born that proclaimed my good intentions for your future. I inscribed your name on the palm of my hands as a permanent reminder of my commitment to you. And now I am honoring those declarations, fulfilling those words, demonstrating that what I spoke I will certainly accomplish. My reputation is connected to your deliverance. My faithfulness is being proven through your rescue. And I will not fail to complete what I have initiated in your life. The struggles you have encountered in this season have not been evidence of my absence, but confirmation of my presence. This seems contradictory, I know. The world has taught you to measure my nearness by the absence of trouble. The assumption is that if I truly loved you, I would remove all difficulty from your path. But that assumption reveals a misunderstanding of both love and purpose. If you had no adversary attacking you, it would indicate you posed no threat to the kingdom of darkness. If you faced no opposition to your progress, it would suggest you were not advancing in a direction that matters. The very intensity of the battle you have been waging confirms that you are someone significant in the spiritual realm. You are someone whose destiny frightens the enemy. You are someone whose breakthrough will release blessing not only for yourself, but for countless others whose lives are connected to yours. You are someone the adversary has been fighting desperately to stop because he comprehends what is at stake. If you actually receive what I have planned for you, the attack was not random. The resistance was not coincidental. The difficulty was targeted because of who you are and what you carry. But here is what the adversary did not anticipate. He did not account for the depth of my love for you. He did not calculate the extent of my power operating on your behalf. He did not factor in the reality that I have never lost a single battle I chose to engage, and I have chosen to engage for you. Not because you earned it, not because you merit it, but simply because you belong to me. I purchased you with a price. I claimed you as my own. And no one who belongs to me will remain in the hands of the adversary. I will bring you out. I will set you free. I will shatter the chains that have held you captive and lead you into an open space where you can breathe again. The oppression will lift. The heaviness will depart. The sense of being trapped will be replaced by the reality of freedom. And you will look back on this season and marvel at the deliverance I accomplished. The deliverance I am bringing is comprehensive and complete. I am not merely addressing one symptom while leaving the root cause untouched. Human solutions often work this way, treating surface issues while the deeper problems continue to fester. But I am not limited to human methods. I am not simply providing temporary relief while leaving you vulnerable to future attack. I am addressing the situation at its foundation, extracting roots that have been developing in darkness for years, eliminating influences that have been operating behind the scenes, dissolving agreements that were established without your knowledge or consent. When I deliver you, you will be genuinely free. The bondage will not return. The oppression will not cycle back around. The pattern will be permanently shattered. You will advance into a new season unburdened by the weight you have been carrying. I recognize you have grown weary in the waiting. I have observed hope draining from your eyes as day after day passed without visible change. I have heard your prayers shift from bold declarations of faith to desperate whispers in the darkness. There were times when you could barely form the words because disappointment had stolen your vocabulary for petition. There were moments when all you could offer was groans too deep for articulation, and I treasured those groans as precious prayers. I have felt your heart grow cold with disappointment, and your spirit grow numb with deferred hope. The enthusiasm you once had for believing has been replaced by cautious hesitation. The confidence you once carried has been eroded by repeated waiting. And I want you to understand that I have never been nearer to you than I am at this moment. The very depth of your desperation has drawn me close. Weakness is not something that repels me. Desperation is not something I find distasteful. On the contrary, I am drawn to those who know they need me. I am near to the brokenhearted. I save those who are crushed in spirit. Your acknowledgement of need creates space for my provision. Your confession of inability makes room for my ability. The exhaustion of your own resources is the beginning of experiencing mine. And you are about to discover that I am everything you ever needed and more than you ever envisioned. Let me address specifically some of the matters that have been troubling you. The financial pressures that have disrupted your sleep are known to me in every detail. I understand about the obligations that have accumulated and the income that has fallen short, and the unexpected expenses that seem to emerge from nowhere. I am aware of the creative methods you have employed to stretch what you have, and the difficult decisions you have had to make about what to address and what to delay. The worry about money has stolen your peace during the day and invaded your dreams at night. The calculations that never seem to balance have created constant anxiety, and I am telling you that provision is approaching. Not barely enough to survive, but abundance that will overflow into every area of your need. I am opening streams of income you have not anticipated. I am arranging opportunities you have not envisioned. I am positioning you to receive blessings you did not even recognize to request. The financial breakthrough will not come through channels you have been watching anxiously. It will arrive through means you had not considered, from directions you were not expecting. Because I am the God of more than enough, and I take pleasure in providing for my children in ways that clearly demonstrate my involvement. I want you to understand something about my provision. It is never merely transactional. When I provide for you, I am not just meeting a material need. I am demonstrating my love in tangible form. I am proving my faithfulness in practical ways. I am showing you that I can be trusted with every area of your life. The provision itself is secondary to what it represents, which is the unfailing commitment of a father who sees his children's needs and responds with overwhelming generosity. What is coming to you financially is not just money. It is evidence of my attention to your situation and my ability to intervene on your behalf. Some of the provision will come through natural means, through work and opportunity, and the normal channels of income. But even those natural means will be supernaturally arranged. The job offer that comes at the perfect time, the connection that leads to unexpected opportunity, the idea that produces income you never anticipated. Behind every seemingly natural provision is my supernatural orchestration. I am working through human instruments and earthly systems to accomplish heavenly purposes in your life. Nothing that comes to you is merely coincidence. Everything is intentional provision from a Father who knows exactly what you need. The health concerns that have afflicted your body and troubled your mind are also within my hands. I designed your physical form with intricate wisdom, and I comprehend every system, every organ, every cell that constitutes your being. Nothing about your condition is mysterious to me. Nothing about your symptoms is beyond my understanding. The fears you have harbored about what the tests might reveal, the anxiety you have felt about what the future might hold, the weariness of dealing with limitations and pain, all of it is known to me, and I am releasing restoration into your body, even as you receive these words. The healing you require is not dependent on human wisdom or medical intervention alone. It flows from the throne of heaven, where I sit as the ultimate restorer of both body and soul. Receive it through faith. Allow my healing power to wash through every part of your being, bringing restoration to what has been damaged and strength to what has been weakened. I am the God who heals. That is not merely something I do occasionally when circumstances align. It is who I am at the core of my being, and I am exercising that aspect of my nature on your behalf right now. The relational wounds that have left marks on your heart are being addressed as well. These wounds often hurt more than physical ones, because they damage something deeper than flesh. I know about the betrayals that still cause pain when you recall them. I understand about the rejection that made you question your own value. I comprehend the abandonment that left you afraid to trust anyone completely ever again. The walls you built for protection have become prisons of isolation. The defenses you erected against future hurt have prevented genuine intimacy. And I am healing those wounds from the inside out. I am restoring your ability to trust without making you naive. There is a difference between healthy discernment and fearful suspicion, and I am teaching you to walk in the former while releasing you from the latter. I am rebuilding your capacity for intimacy without leaving you vulnerable to manipulation. I am introducing the right people into your life, people who will love you genuinely and treat you with the honor you deserve. The wrong relationships are departing to create space for the right ones. What you lose in quantity, you will gain in quality. You have endured battles that no one else knows about. You have fought struggles in private that would astonish the people who think they know you. The public version of your life and the private reality are vastly different, and you have been exhausted by maintaining the gap between them. You have carried pain in silence because you did not want to burden others or did not believe anyone would comprehend. The loneliness of unshared struggle has compounded the difficulty of the struggle itself. But I have witnessed every hidden battle. I have observed every private struggle. I have noticed every wound you attempted to conceal and every tear you refused to release in public. And I am addressing those secret places as well. The healing I am bringing reaches into the depths you have never revealed to anyone. The freedom I am releasing breaks chains you have not spoken about aloud. The restoration I am providing touches the parts of you that you believed were beyond repair. Nothing is too hidden for my light. Nothing is too wounded for my touch. Nothing is too broken for my healing. What you considered permanently damaged, I consider temporarily under construction. What you assumed would never function properly again, I am restoring to original design. Allow me to remind you of who you truly are. Somewhere along the way, you lost sight of your identity. The lies you heard repeatedly became beliefs you accepted unconsciously. The labels others placed on you became lenses through which you viewed yourself. But those lies and labels do not define you. You are not defined by the struggles you have encountered or the failures you have experienced. You are not the sum of your worst moments or the victim of your circumstances. You are not what happened to you or what was done to you or what you did in your weakest moments. You are my beloved child, created in my image, designed for a purpose that only you can fulfill, destined for a future that exceeds your wildest imagination. The lies you have believed about yourself are being exposed and expelled from your mind, even now. The labels that others attach to you are being removed and replaced with the truth of your identity. You are loved. You are valuable. You are capable. You are called. You are anointed. You are chosen. These are not positive affirmations from human psychology, but declarations of reality from the mouth of your Creator. When I speak about who you are, I am not expressing opinion. I am stating fact. The identity I am establishing in you cannot be taken away by circumstances or challenged by critics or diminished by failures. It is rooted in who I say you are, not in what you do or what happens to you. This is the foundation that will keep you stable through every future storm. This is the truth that will anchor you when everything else shifts. This is the certainty that will sustain you when doubts assail. You belong to me, and that belonging is permanent, unconditional, and unshakable. I want to address the waiting period you have endured. I understand it has felt endless. I recognize you have questioned whether I was listening. I know you have wondered if your prayers were reaching heaven, or merely echoing back empty from the ceiling. The silence was not confirmation of absence. The delay was not evidence of indifference. But I want you to comprehend what was occurring during that waiting period. I was not ignoring you. I was perfecting you. I was not delayed. I was developing you. I was not absent. I was actively engaged in ways that required time to accomplish. The waiting was never a sign of abandonment. It was a sign of investment. I was investing time in your preparation because the destination I am taking you to requires preparation to handle. A foundation must be laid before a building can rise. Roots must be established before fruit can appear. Character must be developed before platform can be granted. And I was doing that essential work during the very season that felt like nothing was happening. Consider what would transpire if I answered every prayer immediately without any waiting period. You would receive blessings you were not ready to steward. You would gain positions you were not ready to occupy. You would achieve goals that would actually harm you because you lacked the character to sustain them. The waiting period was protecting you while preparing you. It was a gift disguised as a burden. And now that the preparation is approaching completion, now that the character development has reached the necessary level, now that you have been shaped into someone who can handle what is coming, the waiting period is concluding. What you have been anticipating is about to manifest. The breakthrough I am bringing will surprise you in its timing and amaze you in its completeness. You have been expecting something modest because you have grown accustomed to disappointment. You have been hoping for slight improvement because you have learned to lower your expectations. The pattern of letdown has trained you to protect yourself by anticipating less. But I do not think modestly, and I do not respond according to your expectations. I am going to exceed what you requested. I am going to surpass what you imagined. I am going to demonstrate that I remain a God of miracles and wonders, still capable of accomplishing the impossible, still willing to move mountains on behalf of those who trust in me. What is coming will restore your faith in my power and renew your confidence in my goodness. The dark place you have been traversing is about to give way to morning light. The wilderness you have been wandering is about to conclude at the edge of flowing waters and green pastures. The struggle you have been waging is about to transform into victory you will celebrate, and I want you to comprehend that nothing you went through was wasted. Every difficulty served a purpose. Every challenge constructed capacity. Every pain deepened compassion. Every loss created hunger for what truly matters. You are emerging from this season stronger than when you entered it, wiser than you were before, more dependent on me and less reliant on your own strength, which is precisely where I need you to be for what comes next. I am preparing a table before you in the presence of those who opposed you. Those who observed you struggle and secretly hoped you would fail will watch you succeed. Those who dismissed you and wrote you off will have to acknowledge that I have been with you all along. Those who questioned whether I still spoke to you or still cared about you will see the evidence of my favor displayed publicly in your life. Not because I want to embarrass them or make them feel inferior, but because I want to use your story to demonstrate what I can accomplish for anyone who trusts in me. Your testimony will become a message of hope for others who are traversing their own valleys at this moment. The provision I am releasing into your life is not solely for you. I am blessing you so that you can become a blessing. I am providing for you so that you can become a provider. I am giving to you so that you can become a giver. The abundance that is approaching will flow through you to touch others who are in need. You will become a channel of my generosity in the earth. You will become a demonstration of my care for those who are struggling. You will become living proof that I still intervene in the affairs of my children and still provide for those who look to me as their source. What you receive, you will release. What flows to you will flow through you. There is a principle of sowing and reaping that operates in my kingdom. And you have been sowing seeds during this difficult season that you may not have recognized as seeds. Every act of obedience when you did not feel like obeying was a seed. Every choice to trust when doubt seemed more logical was a seed. Every decision to keep going when giving up would have been easier was a seed. Every tear you shed in my presence was a seed. Every prayer you prayed when the heavens seemed like brass was a seed. And now the harvest from all that sowing is approaching. The field that looked barren is about to explode with fruit. The investment that seemed to disappear into the ground is about to produce returns you cannot contain. I want to remind you that I am the God who specializes in the impossible. The things that seem most unlikely from a human perspective are precisely the things I delight in accomplishing. When everyone else has given up hope, when every natural solution has been exhausted, when logic and reason declare that it cannot be done, that is when I step in and demonstrate my power. I am not intimidated by your impossible situations. I am not worried about the obstacles that seem insurmountable. I am not concerned about the odds stacked against you. I have been defying impossible odds since before time began, and I am not about to stop now. The crossing of the Red Sea looked impossible until I parted the waters. The falling of Jericho's walls looked impossible until I brought them down with a shout. The feeding of 5,000 with a few loaves and fish looked impossible until I multiplied what was offered. The resurrection of Lazarus after 4 days in the tomb looked impossible until I called him forth. And your situation, whatever it may be, regardless of how impossible it appears, is not beyond my ability to transform. I am the same God who performed those miracles, and I do not change. What I did then, I can do now. What I accomplished for them, I will accomplish for you. The transformation I am working in your life is deeper than circumstantial change. I am changing who you are at the core level. I am reshaping your identity, renewing your mind, restoring your soul. The person who emerges from this season will not simply be a survivor of difficulty. You will be someone fundamentally transformed by my hand. The thoughts you think will be different. The perspectives you hold will be altered. The priorities you maintain will be reordered. The values you embrace will be purified. You are becoming the person I always knew you could be. The person you were always meant to be. The person I created you to be. This internal transformation is actually more significant than the external changes you have been focused on. External circumstances can shift again. Financial provision can come and go. Health can fluctuate. Relationships can evolve. But internal transformation creates lasting change that persists regardless of external fluctuations. When you are grounded in your identity as my beloved child, when you know who you are apart from circumstances, when your security is rooted in my love rather than life's stability, then you possess something that cannot be taken away. And that is what I have been building in you during this challenging season. Do not be anxious about the future. Do not torment yourself with worries about what might happen or what could go wrong. The scenarios you have imagined in your worst moments of fear are not prophecies you must fulfill. The concerns that keep you awake are not previews of coming attractions. I hold the future in my hands just as surely as I hold the present. I see what is approaching before it arrives. I know the challenges that lie ahead, and I have already prepared solutions for them. I understand the transitions you will face, and I have already positioned resources to help you through them. Nothing that comes tomorrow will catch me off guard. Nothing that arises next week will leave me scrambling for a response. I am already there, already working, already arranging things for your good. Your future is as secure as my faithfulness, and my faithfulness has never failed. In all the generations that have passed, in all the centuries that have unfolded, in all the billions of prayers that have been offered, I have never once broken a promise. I have never once abandoned a child. I have never once failed to complete what I began. I want you to release the past as well. The mistakes you made are covered by my grace. The failures you remember are forgiven and forgotten by me. The regrets that haunt your memory have been washed away by the blood of my covenant. I am not holding anything against you. I am not tracking your errors and keeping score. I am not waiting to catch you in another failure so I can finally give up on you. The past has no power over your future unless you give it that power. What was has no authority over what will be unless you allow it that authority. My love for you is not earned through good behavior and cannot be forfeited through poor behavior. It flows from who I am, not from who you are. And I have determined to love you forever, completely, unconditionally, without any fine print or hidden clauses. There is no situation that could arise that would cause me to withdraw my love. There is no failure you could commit that would cause me to abandon my commitment. My love is not a reward for performance. It is the foundation upon which everything else is built. The adversary has been telling you lies about your situation. He has been whispering that things will never change, that you will never escape, that the darkness you are in is permanent. He has been suggesting that you deserve the suffering, that it is payment for your sins, that I am punishing you through the difficulty. But I am telling you the truth. Change is coming. Escape is happening. The darkness is already retreating before the light I am shining into your circumstances. Do not believe the lies that originate from the father of lies. Believe the truth that originates from the author of truth. And the truth is that I am your deliverer. I am your guardian. I am the one who is committed to bringing you through this season into something better than you have ever experienced. Stand firm in faith even when your emotions waver. Trust in my declarations even when your circumstances contradict them. Keep believing even when doubt knocks at the door of your mind. I am not asking you to deny reality or pretend that everything is fine when it is not. I am not requesting that you ignore the difficulties or minimize the challenges. I am asking you to trust that there is a reality beyond what you can see with your natural eyes. A spiritual reality where I am working all things together for your good, where angels are fighting on your behalf, where breakthroughs are being manufactured in the invisible realm before they manifest in the visible one. That reality is more real than what you can touch and taste and see. Anchor yourself in that reality, and you will find stability that circumstances cannot shake. I have walked with you through every valley you have ever traveled. I was there when no one else was. I was present when everyone else had departed. I was watching when you felt completely alone and invisible. The moments you thought no one noticed, I noticed. The tears you thought fell unseen, I collected. The prayers you thought went unheard, I answered. And I am still here now, still walking beside you, still reaching out my hand to steady you when you stumble, still speaking words of encouragement when discouragement threatens to overwhelm you. I have not changed. I have not moved. I have not grown distant or distracted. My attention is focused on you with the same intensity it has always had. My love for you burns with the same flame it has always burned with. My commitment to your well-being is as strong as it was the day I first spoke your name. What I was to you in the beginning, I am to you now. What I was to you in your darkest hour, I am to you in this moment. Faithful, present, committed, unchanging. The challenging season you have been experiencing is teaching you to depend on me in ways that prosperity never could. It is revealing the depths of your need and the sufficiency of my grace. It is stripping away the false securities and comfortable illusions that prevented you from knowing me deeply. It is driving you into my arms where you belong. And while I never enjoy watching my children struggle, I do rejoice when I see them learning to trust me more completely because of their struggles. You are learning lessons in this valley that will serve you for the remainder of your life. You are developing a faith that will sustain you through anything that comes. I want to paint a picture for you of what lies ahead. Imagine waking up without the weight of worry pressing down on your chest. Imagine moving through your day without the anxiety that has been your constant companion. Imagine looking at your circumstances and feeling peace instead of panic. Imagine having more than enough instead of constantly running short. Imagine relationships that are healthy and life-giving instead of draining and destructive. Imagine walking in purpose instead of wandering in confusion. Imagine knowing deep in your spirit that you are exactly where you are supposed to be, doing exactly what you were created to do. That is where I am taking you. That is the destination I have been preparing for you. That is the breakthrough that is now within reach. The restoration I am bringing will touch every area of your life. Nothing will be excluded. Nothing will be overlooked. I am a thorough God who does complete work. What I heal stays healed. What I restore stays restored. What I build stands firm. When I am finished with this season of restoration in your life, you will not be returning to where you started. You will be elevated beyond where you have ever been. The new normal you will experience will be better than the old normal you lost. The chapter that is beginning will exceed the chapters that came before. I am not merely repairing damage. I am upgrading your entire existence. Let me be specific about some of the areas where restoration is coming. In your mind, where confusion and anxiety have held territory, clarity and peace will take residence. In your emotions, where pain and heaviness have dominated, joy and lightness will become the new normal. In your body, where weariness and weakness have become familiar, strength and vitality will be restored. In your relationships, where tension and distance have created barriers, healing and connection will break through. In your finances, where scarcity and stress have ruled, abundance and generosity will flow. In your purpose, where confusion and wandering have characterized your days, direction and calling will become clear. Every area touched by the enemy's attack will be touched by my restoration. The enemy overplayed his hand when he attacked you. He thought he could destroy what I had built. He thought he could derail what I had planned. He thought he could discourage what I had destined. But what he meant to accomplish through the attack has backfired completely. Instead of destroying your faith, he has deepened it. Instead of separating you from me, he has driven you closer. Instead of stealing your future, he has prepared you for a greater one. The very weapon he intended for your harm has been turned into an instrument for your advancement. This is what I do with the attacks of the enemy. I redeem them. I transform them. I cause them to work for the good of those who love me. The years the locusts have eaten, I restore. The ground the enemy has stolen, I reclaim with interest. The wounds he has inflicted, I heal in ways that leave you stronger than before. Nothing in his arsenal ultimately prevails against my purposes. His schemes are limited. His power is borrowed. His time is short. But my plans for you are unlimited. My power is infinite. My purposes are eternal. You may wonder why I allowed the challenging season at all if I had the power to prevent it. That is a fair question, and I honor you for asking it honestly. The answer lies in the purpose hidden within the pain. There were things I needed to teach you that could only be learned through experience. There were weaknesses that needed to be exposed so they could be addressed. There were strengths that needed to be developed through challenge. There were connections to wrong things that needed to be broken through difficulty. There were people whose true character needed to be revealed through pressure. The challenging season served purposes you could not see at the time and may not fully understand even now. But trust that I am a good father who would never allow unnecessary pain in the lives of my children. The journey from where you have been to where you are going is shorter than you imagine. Do not measure it in calendar days or clock hours. Measure it in moments of surrender, in decisions to trust, in choices to believe my word over your circumstances. Each time you choose faith over fear, you move closer to the breakthrough. Each time you declare my promises over your situation, you accelerate the manifestation. Each time you refuse to give up despite every reason to quit, you demonstrate the kind of faith that moves mountains and opens doors and releases miracles. The distance to your destiny is measured not in miles but in faith. I want you to begin preparing for what is coming, not in anxiety or striving but in joyful anticipation. Begin to imagine what it will feel like when the burden lifts. Begin to picture yourself walking in the freedom I am bringing. Begin to dream again about the future I am opening before you. Let hope rise in your heart like the sun rising at dawn. Let expectation build in your spirit like a wave building before it breaks on the shore. What you expect has power. What you believe matters. What you envision creates capacity to receive. Begin preparing your heart for the goodness that is on its way. The words I am speaking to you are not random encouragement or generic comfort. They are specific and personal, chosen for you, spoken directly into your situation. I know the details you are handling. I understand the particular challenges you are confronting. I am aware of the specific people and circumstances and barriers that are involved, and I am addressing them with precision, even though you may not hear your specifics named aloud. Trust that I am speaking to the hidden parts of your situation. Trust that my words carry power to change the things I am addressing. Trust that something is shifting in the spiritual realm even as these words enter your ears and settle into your heart. My commitment to caring for you extends to every member of your family as well. Those you love are loved by me. Those you worry about are watched over by me. Those you pray for are heard by me. I am extending the same protection and provision and presence to them that I extend to you. Your prayers for your family have reached my ears, and I have set things in motion on their behalf. Relationships that seemed beyond repair will be restored. Hearts that seemed hardened will be softened. Distances that seemed permanent will be bridged. I am working on your family even when you cannot see visible evidence of change. Trust the process. Trust the timing. Trust that I care about your household as much as you do. The peace I am giving you is not dependent on your circumstances changing. It is a peace that transcends understanding, that defies logic, that exists independent of external reality. You can have this peace while still walking through the valley. You can experience this peace while still waiting for the breakthrough. You can rest in this peace while still fighting the battle. It is not a peace that comes after the storm passes. It is a peace that is possible in the middle of the storm. And I am depositing that peace in your spirit right now, filling you with a calm confidence that I am in control even when everything around you seems chaotic. Consider what David discovered when he was fleeing from Saul in the wilderness. He was a man anointed to be king but living like a fugitive. He was promised a throne but sleeping in caves. He was destined for a palace but hiding in desolate places. And yet in those desperate circumstances, he wrote some of the most beautiful words ever written about my care for those who trust me. He discovered that I prepare tables in the presence of adversaries, that my rod and staff bring comfort, that goodness and mercy follow those who follow me. The very struggles that seemed to contradict my promises were actually confirming them in the deepest possible way. You are in a similar position. The circumstances of your life may seem to contradict what I have promised. You may examine where you are and wonder how it could possibly connect to where I declared you would be. But I am telling you that the path from here to there is not as lengthy or as complicated as it appears. Sometimes the journey to blessing goes through wilderness. Sometimes the road to promotion passes through humiliation. Sometimes the way up leads first down, but the destination has not changed. The promise has not been revoked. And I am bringing you through this season into everything I have spoken over your life. I am your protector. I am the one who shields you from dangers seen and unseen. I am the strong tower where you can run and find safety. I am the fortress that cannot be breached by any adversary. I am the refuge from every storm that threatens. I am the defender who fights your battles while you stand still and observe. I am the guardian who keeps watch over your life while you sleep, never slumbering, never distracted, never abandoning my post. You are safe in my care. You are secure in my keeping. No weapon formed against you will prosper. No scheme devised against you will succeed. No enemy that rises against you will stand. I have surrounded you with favor like a shield. Let this truth settle deep into your soul. The same power that created the universe is working on your behalf. The same wisdom that designed the stars is directing your path. The same love that moved me to the cross is pursuing your highest good. You are not dealing with a limited God who does his best within constraints. You are loved by the unlimited, all-powerful, all-knowing, ever-present creator of everything that exists. And that God, that unlimited and infinite being, has chosen to focus personal attention on your specific situation. that should give you confidence that cannot be shaken. The angels assigned to your case have not abandoned their posts. They remain vigilant, carrying out assignments you will never see, intervening in circumstances you will never know about, protecting you from dangers you cannot perceive. The spiritual resources allocated to your breakthrough have not been reassigned to more worthy causes. They remain dedicated to your situation. The promises spoken over your life have not been withdrawn due to your struggles. They remain active, working toward fulfillment, even when you cannot trace their progress. I want you to remember this message in the days ahead when doubt tries to creep back in. Return to these words when discouragement whispers that nothing has changed. Read them again when the enemy suggests you imagined the whole thing. This was not random entertainment to pass the time. This was divine communication intended to transform your perspective and ignite your faith. These words carry weight in the spiritual realm. They shift atmospheres, they break agreements, they release blessing, and their power does not expire when you finish listening. Carry these truths with you into the situations you will face. Let them become the lens through which you interpret your circumstances. Allow them to become the foundation upon which you stand when everything else feels unstable. My word does not return void. It accomplishes what I send it to accomplish. And I sent this word to you for a purpose. That purpose is unfolding even now. As this message approaches its conclusion, I want you to understand the response I am looking for. I am not asking you to do more, or try harder, or strive with more intensity. I am asking you to rest more deeply, to trust more completely, to surrender more fully. The breakthrough does not depend on your effort, but on your faith. The deliverance does not require your striving, but your believing. What I am accomplishing in your life, I will accomplish regardless of your performance. But your peace and your joy in the process depend on your willingness to trust that I know what I am doing. So breathe deeply. Allow the tension to drain from your shoulders. Let the anxiety release its grip on your mind. Stop rehearsing the problems and start remembering the promises. Stop magnifying the obstacles and start magnifying your God. I am greater than anything you face. I am larger than any problem you have. I am more powerful than any enemy that opposes you. And I am completely and totally committed to bringing you through this season into everything I have planned for your future. You are seen. You are known. You are loved. You are held. You are guided. You are protected. You are provided for. You are not alone, and you never have been. I am with you always, even to the end of the age. And nothing in all creation can separate you from the love I have for you. Not trouble, or hardship, or persecution, or famine. Not angels or demons or powers or principalities. Not height or depth or anything else in all of creation. My love for you is eternal, unshakable, unchangeable, and absolutely reliable. Rest in that love. Let it be the foundation under your feet and the shelter over your head. It will never fail you. The one who watches over you does not sleep. The one who guards you never grows tired. The one who protects you never takes a break. Every moment of every day and every hour of every night, my eyes are on you. My hand is over you. My heart is toward you. You are precious to me beyond words to express. You are valuable to me beyond price to measure. You are loved by me beyond comprehension to grasp. And I will never stop caring for you, never stop protecting you, never stop providing for you, never stop leading you toward the destiny I designed for your life. I am lifting you out of the difficult place. I am setting your feet on solid ground. I am placing a new song in your mouth, a song of praise to your God. Many will see what I am accomplishing in your life and place their trust in me because of your testimony. Your breakthrough is coming. Your deliverance is at hand. Your rescue is in progress even now. Hold on just a little longer. The morning is about to dawn on this extended night you have been enduring. Light is breaking through the darkness. Hope is being reborn. And I am standing at the threshold of your new season, ready to welcome you into everything I have prepared for you. Let me speak to you about what the coming season will look like. You have grown so accustomed to struggle that you have forgotten what thriving feels like. You have been in survival mode for so long that you cannot imagine what it would be like to actually flourish. But I am painting a picture in your spirit right now of the life I am leading you into. It is a life marked by peace rather than anxiety, by abundance rather than scarcity, by purpose rather than confusion. It is a life where you wake up with anticipation instead of dread, where you face challenges with confidence instead of fear, where you experience my presence not just as a theological concept, but as a living reality that saturates every moment of your existence. In this coming season, the prayers that seem to go unanswered will receive their response. The doors that remained stubbornly closed will swing open. The relationships that have been sources of pain will either be healed or replaced with healthier connections. The financial pressures that have squeezed the joy out of your life will be relieved by provision that exceeds your expectations. The health concerns that have troubled your mind will give way to restoration that surprises even the medical professionals. I am not speaking of minor adjustments to your current situation. I am describing a complete transformation of your circumstances. You will look back on this season of difficulty the way a woman looks back on labor after holding her newborn child. The memory of the pain will fade in comparison to the joy of what it produced. You will understand why certain things had to happen. You will see connections between events that seemed random at the time. You will recognize my hand in situations where you thought I was absent. And you will worship me with a depth of gratitude that can only come from someone who has experienced deliverance from genuine darkness. I want to address something that may be lingering in your heart. You might be wondering if you are actually included in these promises. You might be thinking that these words are for other people, stronger Christians, more faithful believers, those who have not made the mistakes you have made. But I am telling you directly and specifically that these promises are for you, not for some idealized version of you that you hope to become someday. For you as you are right now, with all your doubts and fears and failures. I chose you with full knowledge of everything you would ever do wrong, and I have never regretted that choice for a single moment. The grace I extend is not the kind that barely covers your sins and leaves you constantly uncertain about your standing with me. It is extravagant grace that overflows your need, that washes away not just the guilt of your actions, but the shame that has clung to your identity. It is grace that declares you righteous, not because of what you have done, but because of what I have done on your behalf. It is grace that invites you into intimacy with me without any prerequisites of worthiness. You do not need to clean yourself up before approaching me. Come as you are, and let my presence do the transforming. There are dreams in your heart that you stopped talking about because you lost hope of ever seeing them fulfilled. There are desires you buried because the disappointment of unfulfillment became too painful to bear. There are visions you once had for your life that you dismissed as youthful naivety or unrealistic ambition. But I am the one who placed many of those dreams and desires and visions in your heart in the first place. I did not put them there to taunt you with impossible fantasies. I put them there as previews of what I intended to bring to pass in your life. Some of those dreams need to be resurrected. Some of those desires need to be dusted off and examined again. Some of those visions need to be brought back into focus. The timing was not right before. The preparation was not complete. The character was not developed. But now that those factors have been addressed through the very wilderness season you have been enduring, now the conditions are right for fulfillment. What was planted long ago is ready to emerge into the light. What was promised in your youth is approaching its season of manifestation. Do not let anyone tell you that you have missed your moment. Do not let anyone convince you that the window of opportunity has closed. Do not let anyone persuade you that it is too late for the life I have planned for you. I am not limited by human timelines. I am not constrained by conventional expectations. I can accelerate years of progress into months. I can accomplish in a season what normally takes decades. I am the God who makes up for lost time, who restores the years that the locusts have eaten, who brings beauty from ashes and joy from mourning. The people you need to fulfill your destiny are being positioned even now. Some of them you have not met yet. Others you have met but not recognized for who they really are. Divine connections are being orchestrated in the spiritual realm before they manifest in the natural. Partnerships that will change everything are being prepared. Mentors who will guide you to the next level are being aligned with your path. Doors that only certain people can open are being unlocked by my hand, positioning those people in your favor. At the same time, certain relationships need to fall away, and I am facilitating that process as well. Not every person who started the journey with you is meant to finish it with you. Some were only assigned for certain seasons. Others have become hindrances to your progress without realizing it. The separation may feel painful, but it is necessary for both of you to reach your respective destinies. Do not cling to connections that I am cutting. Release what I am removing. Make space for what I am bringing. The talents and abilities I placed within you have not been wasted during this difficult season. They have been refined. The gifts you carry have not diminished through the waiting period. They have been sharpened. The calling on your life has not been revoked because of the delays. It has been clarified. You are more prepared now than you have ever been to step into the fullness of what I have designed for you. The wilderness was not a detour from your destiny. It was the final stretch of preparation before entering it. I want you to begin declaring what you believe rather than what you see. The words you speak have power. They can either align with my promises or align with the enemy's lies. Choose carefully what comes out of your mouth. When you are tempted to complain about your circumstances, instead, give thanks for my faithfulness. When you are tempted to rehearse all the things that have gone wrong, instead recount the ways I have provided and protected. When you are tempted to speak defeat and despair, instead declare victory and hope. Your words are creating the atmosphere you will inhabit. The enemy will try to convince you that nothing has changed. He will point to the circumstances that remain difficult and use them as evidence that this message was just empty words. He will remind you of previous disappointments and suggest that this will end the same way. He will work to steal the seed of hope that has been planted in your heart through these words. But you must guard what has been deposited in you. You must protect the expectation that is rising in your spirit. You must refuse to surrender the ground that has been gained in your faith. When doubts arise, and they will arise, bring them to me instead of entertaining them in isolation. When fears resurface, and they will resurface, turn them into prayers instead of allowing them to become torments. When discouragement knocks at your door, and it will knock, remember the promises I have spoken over you, and use them as weapons against the lies. This is spiritual warfare, and you are not defenseless. You have been equipped with every weapon necessary to stand firm and see the victory I have prepared. The testimony you will share in the coming season will impact more lives than you can count. Your story of deliverance will become someone else's doorway to hope. Your experience of breakthrough will serve as evidence that I still move on behalf of my children. Your transformation will be a demonstration of my power that cannot be denied or explained away. You are not just receiving blessing for your own benefit. You are being positioned as a carrier of blessing for others who need to see what I can do. Think about what it will feel like to tell someone who is in the place you are now about how I brought you through. Think about the hope you will be able to offer from lived experience rather than theoretical knowledge. Think about the authority you will carry to speak into darkness because you yourself have walked through it and emerged into light. The suffering you have endured is being converted into ministry. The pain you have experienced is being transformed into compassion. The tears you have shed are becoming the water that helps others grow. I am proud of you for making it this far. I know how many times you wanted to give up. I know how many moments you considered walking away. I know how many nights you wondered if any of this was worth it. But you are still here. You are still standing. You are still reading these words and reaching for hope. That persistence matters. That endurance counts. That faithfulness will be rewarded. The fact that you did not quit when everything in you screamed to quit qualifies you for blessing that quitters will never receive. As I conclude this message, I want to leave you with the certainty that I am with you. Not in some abstract spiritual sense that provides little practical comfort. I am with you in the tangible reality of your daily life. When you sit down and when you rise up. When you go out and when you come in. When you face challenges that seem insurmountable. And when you experience moments of unexpected joy. I am there in all of it, orchestrating details you cannot see, protecting you from dangers you will never know about, providing what you need before you even recognize the need. My presence goes with you into the next chapter of your life. My favor surrounds you like a shield. My power backs every promise I have made. My love holds you even when you cannot feel it. And my faithfulness guarantees that everything I have spoken will come to pass in its appointed time. The waiting is almost over. The breakthrough is closer than you think. The morning is about to dawn. Trust me, believe me, follow me, and watch what I will accomplish in your life. Amen. If this message touched your heart and brought peace to your spirit, I invite you to share it with someone else who needs to hear these words of hope and encouragement. There are people in your life who are walking through their own valleys right now, facing their own struggles, wondering if they will ever see breakthrough. This message could be exactly what they need to hear. Type Amen in the comments below to receive this blessing into your life and to declare your faith in the promises that have been spoken over you. Subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications so you never miss a message that could change your life. God is speaking. Keep listening, keep believing, keep trusting. Your breakthrough is closer than you think.